Good morning to whoever has joined. I am rushing trying to fix coffee. I didn't even want to be on there. Good morning. Yes, I was like, you know what? I need to keep consistency. I need to be on schedule. So that way people can come back and hear part two because part two is where it gets a little juicy. Didn't want to overwhelm you all with the first part because I dealt with enough of them crazes. Now I can get back on track. Good morning, Tanisha. Good morning, Lady Unicorn. Thanks for being here. Okay, now my coffee just needs creamer and all of the things because I have to have coffee, y'all. I am a coffee junkie. I need coffee anonymous or something. But let's hop right into it because you all know I stop around 8 o'clock so I can start the rest of my day and we'll just come back. And I do hope that you all enjoy these story times because I have a lot more story times to share with you all. I've heard that some of the stories I share with people, they're like, you've never shared these things with people. I'm like, not out loud, but let's get into it. So I wanted to clarify some things so that you all can follow through on part two correctly. My roommate, when I started college, well, her name was, I'll call her Mika. That's not her full name, but I'll call her Mika. And this is important because you all will need to distinguish who these people are. The person I was telling you that I wanted to stay close with, that I called T, I want you all to understand her size. And you all know the girl that don't like me and how big she is. T is about as big as her. And she was the big girl of our group, and we loved her. We didn't care. And then L is the roommate that started out with T. So naturally, T and L are very, very close. Me and Mika are very, very close. Our prospective friends are very close. And then we all join together. So that way you all can kind of see where the divide is and how, people can go talking to this one and saying something about this one. And so I was letting you all know where I stopped yesterday. I had paid for Denny's for everybody at the table after the pajama party. This is junior year. We move into our senior year, and by now, T is gone. T's went back to the Bronx. Keep in mind, T is in the Bronx, and all the rest of us are at school. There was a ski trip coming up, and L kept saying, yo, there's this ski trip. My homies in Brooklyn. They said it's about $400, and you got to pay $100 a month. Your last payment is in December because the ski trip is in January. We're graduating May of that year, of 2011. So we're graduating that year. We wound up stating, okay, some girls started dropping out, like, I'm not going to be able to go, or $400 seems like a lot of money. I'm trying to graduate and get my apartment, all types of stuff, normal stuff, right? Me, I'm the fun girl. So, of course, I want to go. But I don't really have somebody to share my room with because at first I thought a lot of us were going and I would have a roommate. Well, Meek wanted to stay with her prospective friend, Sabe. And of course, T wanted to stay with some dude. Mind you, she had a whole dude in Brooklyn. That's her business. And they was trying to make me stay in a room by myself. Things changed and it wound up just being four girls where we can just share two rooms, two girls to a room. We did that. Now, before we get ready to go on this ski trip, which is in January, I decide I no longer want to be friends with L. L is a user. L is a liar, a blatant liar. I see how she cheats on her man. I see how she does all of this unnecessary stuff. Good morning, JKR fans. Thank you for being here. And so I just don't want to be her friend. And I'm the type of person I naturally like to leave in peace. I don't like to do the rah rah. I don't want to. Back in college, I just didn't have time for that. So, because my apartment was the place everybody came every Thursday to have roast, wine, and we gossip and talk about boys on campus, I said, this Thursday, this specific Thursday, I only wanted her to come so her and I can speak. There was a situation that happened between us. It's kind of, I'm not going to say, maybe that's another story time. that may be giving you all way too much early in the morning. But there was the situation that happened between her and I and a white boy, and she lied about the situation because of embarrassment. And I told her I would never tell people your business. I don't know why you're freaking out. I guess she thought I was going to tell her man what she did, but it just wasn't my place. So when I invited her to my place, I said, come over. We'll have wine. I just want to talk to you about something. So when she came with one of the new girls, one of these new freshmen that had the car, the one they use with the car. And when I opened the door, I'm looking at her like, I know you're not standing here with this girl. We'll call her A. Her name was Alexis. She really ain't that important, but her name was Alexis. We'll call her A. And they come in. I'm looking at the both of them because this girl does not know the history between Elle and I. We've been here since the beginning of college. So why are you in my apartment ready to drink wine and talk about something you have no knowledge of? So now I'm aggravated during this moment. And remember, I didn't speak up about the Denny's dinner, which was not the right thing to do because, of course, people want to, be able to turn it back on me, which was correct. Hey, keeping it real. Thanks for being here. We sitting at this table. I pour everybody a glass of wine, and I just let her know, hey, these last couple of years, I just feel like, you're the only one with your hand out ready to take from me, but you're not ready to be there for me. And I really needed her during a really tumultuous time in 2010. She wasn't there for me, and that hurt my feelings because she was the closest to me. And so I just let her know, like, I don't feel like you've been a good friend to me. I don't feel like it's being reciprocated. And so I just feel like me and you can be cordial. I know we got to hang out in the same circles. I just prefer that you and I don't hang out like that no more. Like, I don't want you in my personal space like that anymore. Like we used to be, pajama parties and stuff like that with each other. I don't want to do that no more. So she's like, so what is your problem? Like, where's all of this coming from? And I could tell she's getting aggravated. And I told her, I said, well, first of all, you and all of the other ladies, including the little guys y'all was with, y'all didn't even offer to help pay for the Denny's dinner. That was for the breakfast, excuse me. That was disrespectful. I'm like, y'all didn't even give me $5 on the tip. Like, that was OD. And she was like, I knew this. I knew that you always like to do this. And then you want to come back and say you pay for this and this and this. And I had to take it on the chin because I was like, you're right. I could have said something then. And then I wouldn't be in this predicament. I didn't say something. And so her and I are arguing, but not arguing to where we yelling and calling each other the B word. We're just, she's passionate about what she feels and I'm passionate about what I feel. It's when this freshman Alexis opens her mouth and says, but you was the one with that boy at the pajama party and you wasn't even, and before she could finish, because that's really all I remember her saying, but before she could finish, I'm looking at her like, girl, shut the up. Like, who asked you? First of all, who asked you? You're younger than us. Why are you here? I'm really only letting you be here because you must have drove Shorty over here. I just don't understand, but okay. I said, you know what? I'm going to leave it there, Elle. You can sip the rest of your wine. Kind of want you and your little friend to leave. And we leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? I don't hate you. I don't feel no way, negative way about you. I just don't want you around me. I don't want you to have my number no more. I just want to act like you're a regular student at this school, really. So she didn't take that well. And I don't know the conversation she had with T. Keep in mind, T is no longer at this school that is 2.5 hours away. And so T texts me on the BBM. She was like, what the F is your problem? Why are you trying to act like you this and you that and this? And I was like, girl, why are you texting me? What? I'm looking crazy. And mind you, the ski trip's coming up. So this is before our last payment. And I wound up making the last payment. Now, if you remember in part one, I told you my sister didn't get to the school until roughly around my junior year. So I called my sister naturally, and I'm like, yo, these girls is fake. They're like full of shit. I don't really want to deal with them. I know you went to the campus center with one of them. Like, just don't be telling me what they talking about and don't talk about me to them. Those were my strict instructions to my sister. Do not talk about me to these girls and don't allow them to say crazy stuff. So she was like, I got you, sis, this, that. So when T texted me all of that crazy stuff, I shared it with my sister. I invited her over to my apartment. I said, look what this girl is BBMing me. Like, look at what she's saying. And so my sister was like, that girl is crazy. Isn't that the one that's left the school? And then I said, exactly. So how the hell you know what's going on campus? Unless T told you. After that, I started getting threats on my phone. And she started saying, bitch, when I see you, I'm going to beat your ass. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And I'm like, nah, how the hell you going to beat my ass? I'm in college and you're at home. Make that make sense. And first, second of all, I mean, why do you want to beat my ass? I have no quarrels with you. I just told L, I no longer want to be friends with her. And you are the one on my phone threatening me. And she started saying, bitch, that's why your mama this. So I'm like, how the hell you gonna say that? And your mama is a this is this. So her and I are sharing words. The text messages going back and forth. My sister is like, give me her number. I want to text her too. So me and my sister texting this girl, and we like, leave us the hell alone. You're not gonna put hands on nobody. This and that, right? Keep in mind, I just made my last payment early December, for the ski trip. After her and I argued, I went on about my business, scheduled my classes for spring semester, looked at my grades for the end of the winter semester. I'm getting ready to, celebrate the holidays with family. Oh, Lordy. When January came, we getting ready for the ski trip. I went and spent over $300 at Tony Lugo's for these hair extensions. And back then, I could make my own clip-ins. I really didn't care for the sew-in. I wanted clip-ins. And so I made my own clip-ins with this hair. And everybody is gearing up. What did you bring? What did you bring? What outfit you got for this day? What outfit you got for this day? I'm packing my bags, getting ready to head to the city because we got to spend the night in the city to officially take our buses in Brooklyn across from Junior's Cheesecake. Oh, Lordy. I get to the city and everybody is checking where everyone's at. And they're like, listen, we're all going to meet up at the CBS right there where the bus is going to be lined up for Junior's. So they gave me the street and the train I needed to take to get to that street. I am dolled up to the T. I decided to wear wedges that day, skinny jeans. I had a peacoat, a beautiful peacoat. The buttons on my peacoat match my wedges. The weave I had in, like I said, the clip-ins. I was that girl. You couldn't tell me nothing that morning. Everybody is outside. I can see the juniors. I'm taking pictures in front of the juniors. There's at least there's maybe 4 or 5 buses. I'm trying to think, 1, 2, 3. They were all lined up. It could have been 5 max buses lined up. And Meek is talking to me. Sabe is talking to me. Elle is not really talking to me, but I know I have to go on this trip with her. So in my mind, I'm like, I'm not going to make it a big deal. I'll just, be cordial with her. I hear this man. He's about 10, 15 feet away from, and he goes, start getting ready for your bus. Start getting on your bus. So everybody's like, I don't know what bus I'm on. He says, look at your email. Your bus is in your email. So on the BlackBerry, naturally, you have to go and look through your emails and figure it out. Well, good old Brina is looking at her phone, trying to find her bus, and I feel my hair go back. I feel my head pull back. It's early in the morning. It's at least 7 in the morning. So in my mind, I'm like, maybe my friends or somebody is playing too much. I don't know what in the hell is going on, but somebody is pulling my hair. I feel the tug get stronger, so naturally I reach back to grab the person's hands to stop them from pulling my hair because I got in clip-ins. When I pull the person so I can see them because they're from behind me, when I pull the person forward, it's big ass T. And when I pulled it forward, it's like a deer in the headlights. I couldn't move. I was stuck. There's no way you're in Brooklyn, 7 o'clock in the morning from the Bronx, with some small young boy, I found out later was her younger brother, to attack me. That's weird. A whole month has gone by, and you're here in Brooklyn, 7 o'clock in the morning. When I pull her around, the boy strikes me from the side, and she's striking me from the front. When they eventually get me on the ground, her brother is stomping me, and she pulls out this shiny object and she's cutting me on my face. And the people are trying to figure out really what the hell is going on, because how does an altercation like this happen this early in the morning? I'm in disbelief, shock, fear. I'm out here by myself. I'm ready for a trip. And this big ass girl you're already bigger than me. You're already 2, 3 sizes my size. And you're attacking me with a male, a guy. And you have a weapon. What the hell did I do to you to make you come out here like this and attack me with a weapon? That's all I kept thinking. So after the situation happened, everybody is looking shocked. I finally get up. I don't see my face. I don't even feel my face. And the lady goes, "Oh my God, you bleeding on your face." I see blood on my pea coat, on my shirt, on my jeans. And the lady goes, "You need an ambulance." So they're calling the police and everything. She starts to run towards the train with the boy, and they run away. So the police come and they ask me her information. The ambulance comes and they go, "Well, your cuts are not deep where you need stitches. They could use like medical tape and you'll just have like a little scarring." I said, "Okay." Um, and I remember strictly me looking back, to see where they ran. And I couldn't see them. But I know before they ran, she was like, "Now, bitch, now you can't go on your trip. Since you think you this now you can't go on your trip." And I was so livid because I didn't pay this $400. And I'm sitting here like, oh my God, this girl just did this to me. I've known you for over 4 years. I've let you into my personal life. I've let you meet my mother in all shapes and sizes. I've let you in, and you attacked me that way. If that didn't scream envious, because it's not jealousy. Jealousy is I want what you have. Envy is I don't want you to have what you have. And I had to recognize the difference in that. The boy was like, "I know you're not going to let her just send you home like that." And when he said that, I don't know, for some reason, it just made me look at him. I was like, well, the people finna put this stuff on my face and I'm going to the trip. He was like, "Right, fuck out of here, fuck out of here. We going to the trip. You mad pretty. I don't care. You going to the trip. You nice. You this, you got your stuff." This girl literally on the bus brushed out my clip-ins. Notice how I'm naming strangers, not the girls that I've been friends with all this time. Nobody said, "Brina, heads up. Hey, that, look behind." Nothing. No one said nothing. They allowed this girl to do that. Now, of course, Elle's not going to say anything because we're not speaking. But Sabe and Mika, especially Mika, my original roommate, I was devastated. I had never been hurt like that ever, to that level of devastation. And it struck me. It made me feel like, damn, yo, people are something else. I get on the bus. The girl, she done brushed out my clip-ins. She's helping me put them back in. This other girl, she gives me like a tissue to hold up to the wound that's a little more open than the others. And this one is close to my eye. So she cut me from my eye. I don't know what this part is called, like my eye bridge out across my face, and a little below, like where my mouth is, out. And so the girl gave me something to hold there or whatever. And she was like, "Soon as it dry, then you can put like this stuff over it." And she was like, "If you want, I can help you with your makeup and this and that and the third." She was like, "But I'm glad you came. I'm so glad you came." They all kept saying that on the bus. "I'm so glad you came. I'm so glad you didn't let that girl deter you from the trip." T and Mika are sitting in front of me. Excuse me. L and Mika are sitting in front of me. Sabe is sitting next to me. I'm livid. I'm on Facebook. "Bitch, I didn't say nothing when you was sleeping with blah." And I put their names out there. I put everything. She immediately turns around. "But what I got to do with that? Why you on Facebook spilling my business and this and then the third? I don't have nothing to do with that." I said, "But you knew your friend was coming to do that. You knew she was coming to do that. And you never said nothing." I said, "And y'all bitches really sat there and did nothing. Y'all didn't help or nothing. Like on some bad girls club type shit. Like, what is wrong with y'all?" They was like, I really didn't know, that girl ain't been at school in so long. I ain't heard from her. I didn't know that was what type of time she was on." Elle was saying something to Mika in the front. I was like, "Bitch, say it loud." Because now I'm ready to fight some more. I'm ready to get crazy. I'm ready to flip the bus because I'm so mad. She was like, Like I said, my friend was on some next and she was wrong for what she did, but that ain't got nothing to do with me. And you need to remove that off your Facebook before Kai see what you wrote. I said, I'm not removing shit. You've done a lot of disgusting things and you want me to hold your secrets and you just had your friend do that. I know you had your friend do that. Why? Because I don't want to be your friend no more. That's crazy. She was like, whatever, whatever, whatever. We reached this nice cabin place for the ski trip. Hundreds of people in there, women by butt booty naked, men's, and I'm talking about a grown folks field trip for 3 days. Imagine, being a single woman at a trip with all these fine men's, fine women's, dating games, different dancing games, and things like that. I said, you know what? When I get to my room, I want to be drunker than drunk. I don't want to feel my face. I don't want to feel nothing. I don't even want to feel these cuts. I couldn't really look at myself in the mirror because every time I looked at myself in the mirror, I would cry so hard because I'd be like, yo, this girl really fucking did this shit to my face. Really. Her big, I can call her every name in the book, hippopotamus, whatever. You did that. You know what I'm saying? For what? So can't deal with the police because they're calling my phone at this time. I'm trying to drink. This dude comes to my room. He's like, yo, you handled your business. I don't care what nobody say. You still here. He was like, put your sexiest shit on. We got the first game coming up. It's called the dating game. He was like, and I already told the people I want you on the stage. So I was like, no, I was crying. Like, please don't put me on the stage. My face is already bloody and looking crazy. Let me get myself together. I don't want to do that. He was like, nah, take a few more shots. You'll change your mind. So I did what he said. I took a few more shots and yes, I changed my mind. Get up there, I do the dating game. I have my little boobs, my boob jewelry. So, I want to show my little boob jewelry child because, yes, the breast was pierced and I wanted to show people's. And I did. I wound up winning the dating game. And, some more girls was like, yo, you're mad cool. I hate that happened to you. Yada, yada, whoop the whoop. The other girls I came with, I wasn't even stunning them. Like, I didn't want them to talk to me, nothing. When it was time to be in the room and get dressed, it was silence. I was mingling with other girls that was on my type of timing. Just drink, act like you don't even see these cuts on my face, and let's just keep it moving. We wound up, you know, finishing up the trip. And when I got home, I had to identify her. The police sent me a picture of her because back at my school now. And yeah, she wound up getting in trouble for the situation. But the anger I harbored from that situation, like no other. I was mean unnecessarily to people that really probably just wanted to be nice to me. I shut off girls that I felt you look at me disrespectful. I just want you away from me because that situation, it traumatized me. And so now any little inkling or sign that somebody with the bull crap, I just remove myself because I didn't never want to experience that again. And the reason I want to tell that story is because I've mingled, in this thing called the La Truth Saga. And I found myself in girl groups where I did not feel like I belonged there. I didn't belong there. Even though some of the girls were really sweet, some of them were really nice. Some of the girls I still talk to today. I mean, it's not that serious. I see them as good people, and it ain't but one or two. But even still, I just remove myself because after learning that you can be around somebody for that amount of years and let them in, just like in a relationship with a man, you let them in, you let them into your most personal, private moments. You let them see you for who you are for real. And then they turn around and use their own anger and misery to attack you. And the whole point of her doing that was because she wanted me not to go to the trip. She wanted to be able to say, I got that bitch not to go to the trip. Probably because she couldn't go to the trip. I don't know. But because I went, it didn't make me feel better right away. But I felt strong in that you can't attack me and get your way. It was almost like I had to troll myself and say, but did you die? And I had to say, no, I didn't die. But I lived to survive and tell the story to be able to tell people that situation, being that it happened to me, it took a long time to heal. And it's funny because I thought I was healed. And so I told this story because I had you share your stories with people and they're sharing their stories. I shared this story with another YouTuber and I couldn't breathe telling this story. I could not breathe. And she showed me grace when her and I was arguing. I never heard her play that audio. I never heard her play that vulnerable moment where I was trying to let her know what happened. I could not even breathe. That's how hard I was trying to tell this story. I couldn't even breathe. And to be able to tell that story to you all now, I have no tears. I have no ill will. I have no anger anymore. That lets me know I fully healed from that situation of being attacked like that. It's not my first time I've had to be in an altercation or anything, but that was just different because of who the person was, how she attacked me, and what she attacked me with. It's the only thing that made that situation different. She said, "Do you still have the scars?" My great grandmother helped pay to get my scarring removed. Um, because yeah, it did start to try and do the scar. Um, I look at my face now and be honest with you. I look at my face now and I still can see remnants of what happened to me, but I I guess I just it's been so many years now. I try to just, you put something like that in the back of your mind. You don't really think of it like that anymore. Good morning, Free. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Lakeisha. I wanted to share that story with you all to give y'all the realness because a lot of people find me not friendly. They find me mean or they say that girl's fake. That girl's just nope, not that at all. I am very weary of you before you're weary of me. I am very cautious about who I be my true self to. Very cautious about how I let people in because as soon as you do that, you have people like older women or people that claim that they're aunties and all of that, they will take your situations and they will bend them in hopes that you break. And then when you don't break, they continue to do more things. And I want people to understand that situation shaped me in the fact that, yes, I still do have a heart towards people, even those that hate my guts. But I am no fool. And I've learned now, you better hope you see me now before I ever see you. That type of attack stays with you for life. You become more vigilant, you become more aware. Um, I went to a fake celebrity's birthday party and I didn't feel no type of way. I didn't feel like somebody was going to jump out and get me, none of that. I go everywhere now freely. Then I was afraid. Now, not so much. She said, yes, the biggest scar was your heart. Really? And it took a long time. Like I said, it took a long time for me to come to a place where I say, Sabrina, you are okay. You are loved. You don't have nobody in your life like that doing that to you now. And so I said to myself, I'm not going to be in girl groups on social media and allow people on social media to do that to me if I'm not going to allow somebody to do that to me in real life. Nobody. You don't get the right to mistreat me and do that to me and think your life is going to go the way it is. Karma, however it hit Shorty, to know that I forgive her for what she did to me and now her karma is her karma, I'm at peace with that. Because for a long time I sought out revenge. I had to repent for a lot of my thoughts. I had to repent for a lot of the things I wanted to do to this young lady, especially when I graduated, right? Because I didn't feel like my college career was at jeopardy. There's a lot of things I wanted to do, and I just had to overcome those thoughts because I'm like, this is evil. I don't want to think like that. I don't want to be, in that mode, you know. So, pretty where you for real, for real. And so that's just how I am now. I know a lot of girls were like, damn, Brina came off cool, and then she don't do this or she don't. Nope, I back away simply because you've done something that has struck me odd, and I'm not gonna I got a call. I hope y'all can hear me. Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me? Please let me know if you can hear me. Um, okay, I got a thumbs up, so that means y'all can hear me. Okay, I don't see my bubble moving, so that made me nervous. But yeah, the karma is real. She said, "Woo child, people really believe karma does not exist, and then bam, it hits you like a ton of bricks. It's so real." Yeah, I don't know, what happened to her after that. I just wish I had a better understanding on why she felt like she needed to do that. And that's probably where my hurt was most of the time. You want closure from something and you never get the closure. So you have to accept the apology you'll never get. That's a lot of times that's where I'm at. And it took a lot to get to that place, which is why now when people mistreat me, I show out. I cut up. I go with my first mind. You're not going to do that to me. But then I teeter totter because I know I'm trying to get close to the Lord. The thoughts, of things like that, thoughts turn into words and then actions and things. And I didn't want to be that type of person. And like I said, and I still say, when I am fully comfortable to tell you all what has happened, in my family, to get you all to truly understand that part too, I'll be happy to share that story. It's just right now it's way too fresh. I don't even think I can talk about it because of, government. But when I'm fully ready, I surely will let you all know that situation, because I don't want to be nobody's crash out. I don't want to cut up, but I don't want nobody to feel like I'm a free pick or like you can just do anything to me. And so, yeah, that is my story time, and it's cool. It only took 2 parts. I was like, I hope this don't take 3 and 4 parts. So I really appreciate you all sticking around for part 2 to hear what happened to me and to hear why I moved the way I do during, certain girl groups and things like that. This is why, I don't use what happened to me against women and make them suffer, but I give everybody a chance and then, I go from there. I be fair. I think that's very fair. And it's the same for me. I want people to be able to give me a chance. And if you like what you see, then get to know who I am for real. If I'm not your cup of tea, because I've never been a cup of tea, I'm 3 shots of Paul Masson. But if you're okay with me being 3 shots of Parmesan and you can handle it, come on. I have no issues with that. And so I'm going to be doing another story time, you guys, because I think you all wanted to know this specific situation. And I will be coming back tomorrow morning, same time, part 1 of my story time of how I found out I was dating my cousin's ex-husband. And I think that's a very important story to tell, because I just heard from him the other day. He's so crazy. That's why it's hard to judge others, because you don't know their experiences, their journey, or their story. Everyone is unique, and that is so true. Everyone comes from different backgrounds of life. Everybody moves a certain way, um, based on a lot of the things that they've been through. And oh man, I forgot to tell y'all the best part. Oh man, really quick before I leave. At the ski trip, and I have the video. I've posted it on my real page, my real Facebook page. I was on stage with Jadakiss, and I was hanging out with him. And I ain't gonna tell y'all, the rest of my business, but yeah, these cuts didn't stop Jada from being in my face. So that was definitely a flex. How could I forget to tell y'all that? How could I forget to tell y'all that? I've definitely, have done the things with the celebrity stuff. Except the fake ones with the big teeth, because baby, I ain't with that. I ain't with that. Mm-mm. Ain't with that. But Jada Kiss, I ain't gonna wait. These cuts on my face didn't stop that. Yes, I gotta repost that video. I tell a story time and then I go find the evidence. Like, damn, I could have did a video and put all my little videos and stuff. But then, yeah, I definitely gotta start that story time. He said I want that story. I'm gonna have to take y'all slow on that one. Oh lordy.
Lord have mercy. What a time to be alive. Yes, Jada. Yes. Yes, the dude's keeping it real. Yeah, yeah. And that's pretty much how it is. Yeah, everyone handles things differently. I love people where they are. Yeah, I've grown a lot. I'm telling you, if you met me back then, if you met me 2012, 13, 14, you wouldn't have liked me very much because I ain't like you very much. I ain't like nobody, no humans. I wanted all the humans away from me. I had a very strong hate in my heart for people, and you know how it is when something happens to you traumatic like that, and you question God, and you questioning why you let this happen to me. Why you let that girl do that to me? It was a life lesson. It was a lesson learned. Like I said, I survived it. You all see me now. I'm not afraid to, hop on a camera, do my little thing, whatever. But yeah, 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 for real, for real, for real. No humans, none, none. I would have went and humped a rock before I did something with a human. I was so angry with people, and I think it was just a wow, like a how do I put it, like a basket of things. Like I was, in foster care and trying to get through college, and boy trouble, they bull crap. Boys definitely like to get on your nerves. That, and the family stuff, and then you got the nerve to do that to me. And it was one thing after another. And to survive a lot of those things, I tell you, it shaped who I am. And so now I'm friendly. I'm not nice, and for good reason. I just guard my heart and move accordingly. People have to show me that I'm worthy of their time before I continue to show you that you're worthy of mine. I think that's fair. This is why I'm the easiest person to get along with. Because soon as somebody say, Brina, I ain't trying to fool with you like that, that's all right. And you have a blessed day. You're allowed to feel like that. You are allowed to feel like that. I am not one, you fake ass bitch, you don't want to be my friend. I'm just, nope, nope. You're allowed to do that because I do that to people. I am very, 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 very big on treating people how I want to be treated. And so, I want you to be real with me. If something don't resonate with you, leave peacefully. Don't attack me with your little brother. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't do the crazy stuff. But it's okay to walk away from things that don't mesh well with your spirit, and they don't mesh well with who you are. You don't have to feel like, I got to go along to get along, or else these people going to ostracize me. They're going to vilify me or shun me. People should know by now, I don't care about things like that. I've been shunned. I've been ostracized. I've been vilified. I've been judged simply just for being a foster kid. So I've been there. I've been called every name in the book. I've had people throw up my cuts in my face, you know, throw it up to me to hurt my feelings. I've had people say some of the most hurtful things you can imagine. So when people understand now, when you hear anyone say anything about me now, I've been there. These things cannot hurt me. These things do not puncture me. They're just things that people throw out there because they're intimidated by me. And I have to respect my light and respect the power I may have over the weak. That is okay. Hopefully, those people recognize their own power so that way they're not being controlled by the masses. And I have to learn not everything deserves a response. I'm not there yet. I'm not one to say I'm so mature. I'm so perfect. Nope, nope, nope. I'll cuss your ass out tomorrow and not think about it because I know I'm imperfect, but I'm moving towards a better goal. I'm moving towards a better purpose. And that is all God asks me. Live by my word and continue to keep doing. Don't give up like I tried to a long time ago. Don't try to, stop or tell me you ready to leave. I tell you when you're ready to leave. And I say, yes, God, I understand. And that was that. Period. She said, okay, Brittany, you threw that Bible verse in there. I heard you, guard your heart. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, you got to. Because, I feel I'm very misunderstood. I feel the same way, but always keep in mind too, Queen Fee, people sometimes misunderstand on purpose. We all know that we're not perfect. A lot of us know we're imperfectly, perfectly made imperfect. And so when someone is, mostly just trying to call out your imperfections, You have to recognize everybody has them. However, when you own your own imperfections, no one can use them against you. When you own your own accountability, no one can use it against you. I always say that. You can't use my accountability against me because I know who I am. So if you didn't like me yesterday, I'm sorry, baby. You might not like me tomorrow. You might not like me today. That's just really what it is. Um, he said, "This too shall pass. You better believe it. You better know it." She said, "I literally have an auntie like you. That's why I always say, Auntie Fee. I don't agree with you always, but I totally understand you and love you to pieces." Yeah, my mom turned up, baby. My mom turn up. She said it would pass. Yeah, absolutely. It's nothing but love in this chat. I appreciate that wholeheartedly because I love each and every one of you beauties in here. Anyone new in here, yeah, join the crew and let me love on you too. Let me share some of these these story times. Make sure you check again. I do like to put up, a few videos as well. I did put up a video where I exposed a quotation mark celebrity. Check that out if you haven't already. Put a comment if you can. And yeah, you better believe it. You better believe it. You better believe imperfectly perfect. That's right. Meaning we all fall short. I know I fall short sometimes, and this is why I say nope. They said, but Brittany, you did it. You're right. You're right. I did do that. And I own that. And now what? You see how solid it got? Oh, okay. Yes. My mom, she ain't nothing to play with, but hmm. Y'all ain't seen nothing. Nothing. She ain't no joke. And I love that for her because, that just shows me the other side of it. She's very outspoken where I'm not. And I learn a lot from her where I can speak up on certain things and not feel scared or feel some type of way. So, yes, I'm definitely going to replay a part one. Yeah, most definitely check it out, Lakeisha. Definitely check it out. I'm gonna leave you all with that. I overran some of my time, but that's okay because I wanted to get out the rest of this one here so we can start a new story time. I have had lots of things happen to me in my lifetime. So, and I'm only 36. We have lots of stories to cover. If you all are willing to listen, I'm willing to tell them. I definitely wish I had a better setup so that way I can be on camera and tell you all my story without having to make like a video or something. So I'll try and get all of that together. But you ladies be well. Have a great day. Be good to yourselves and then be good to each other. Okay? Bye, y'all.